Today in the gospel, Jesus cures a leper, and he asks the leper not to tell anyone about what has just happened. And this demand seems unreasonable. Imagine yourself if you had a disease like cancer, and suddenly you were cured from your terminal cancer. You would be filled with joy. You would be filled and you would be thrilled and just like eager to tell everyone the good news. And imagine that someone told you, I'm going to cure you, but you can't tell anyone that you've been cured from cancer. You would feel, but why? Shouldn't I spread this good news? So why is it that the Lord tells the leper, don't tell anyone? Wasn't it convenient for Jesus if the leper was an apostle so that then Jesus could reach out to more people? That more people could hear the good news? What's behind the prohibition? Well, my theory is that Jesus doesn't want followers, he wants disciples. Jesus doesn't want low-class followers, he wants friends. And the problem with the leper sharing his good news is that so many people were going to come to Jesus only looking for their own self-interest, looking for their own miracle. And that's what happened. Once the leper started sharing the news, the gospel says, Jesus couldn't enter a town openly. He remained outside, and people came from everywhere, perhaps not so much interested in his doctrine as they were interested in just finding something of their own interest. Remember that moment in the gospel where Jesus is followed by a huge crowd, and he turns back to them and he says, whoever wants to be my disciple has to give up on themselves, on their family, take up their cross and follow me. So Jesus, in my opinion, he's much more interested in having a few number of strong disciples than having a large number of followers. Let me finish with this. I also think that Jesus is looking for friends. And this became very clear to me when on Thursdays, when I do my holy hour, I meditate the Garden of Gethsemane. When Jesus goes to the Garden of Gethsemane, he doesn't go on his own. He asks 3 of his disciples to be with him. And one could say, but you're Jesus, you're the Son of God. Why would you need 3 disciples to be with you, praying in your moment of anguish, if you're the Son of God? But the truth is, Jesus wanted friends. He wants someone to be with him in the moment of difficulty. And that's why I think he tells the leper, don't tell anyone. Because in his heart, he craves friends. So today's Thursday. I would want everyone to discover the beauty of doing a holy hour on Thursdays. And knowing that the Sacred Heart of Jesus asked Catholics, or asked the whole world, learn to be with me on Thursdays in the holy hour, offering me consolation to my Sacred Heart, offering me your friendship. So today, brothers and sisters, let's be sure that we're not just followers looking to obtain something from our Lord, but that we can be true disciples and even friends.